Welcome to Outlaw Wheels. They're coming, so be ready. Outlaw Wheels 2023 Supernats, and what's your name?
Nick DeVos.
Nick DeVos. Can you tell us about this lovely Hudson,
sure.
I believe?
Yeah, sure. So, basically, it's a 1937 Hudson Terraplane Woody. I brought the car about 15 years ago. Basically, I brought it just for parts because I had a Hudson Terraplane Fastback Coupe. So, I brought the car for parts. Did the coupe, then left this in my yard for about 4 years, just as a rotten wreck, and then decided I better do something with it. So restored it, been about 15 years on and off, and this is its first outing this year. So yeah, it's a labour of love.
It's quite an unusual car, isn't it? Why Hudson? You just see it on the internet. Why Hudson? Why?
Well, the first Hudson, the coupe I brought, I just fell in love with the Art Deco shape. I just love the Art Deco line.
It's a lovely looking car, isn't it? The lines are beautiful.
They're very way ahead of the time. Technically and mechanically, they were quite a lead car. And as I say, I just saw this, and actually it was literally 10 miles that way at Sandy, and it was outside an MG garage, and the guys had it around the back of the lot, and it was stood outside for over 30 years, just rotting into the ground. And literally, we were on our way to an AGM meeting, and we saw it, and I gave them a bid, and we took it away.
So it was meant for you, really?
Yeah, it was. It was meant for me. And then we decided to do it, and we found a number plate, which is quite nice because it starts Elm, E-L-M.
Oh.
Well, it could either be oak, ash, or elm
Yeah,
for a Woody.
That's amazing, isn't it?
So that was one thing, and then we put in a V62 to apply for the number, thinking with no chance. And lo and behold, a logbook came, and it works out I was the second owner.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
And we found out that a guy called Frank Howell brought it new in December 37 in London.
Wow, 1937.
1937, December 37 he brought it. So you imagine that smoking around London in 1937, and it originally the colour was sort of a bright purple with gold wheels and a gold band. So it would be quite flamboyant for its
It would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What an unusual car to float around London in.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But we think it was probably used in the war, because if you look on the roof, there's two, I've left them on, there would have been a masthead there with a flag or something, so it was probably used in the war effort.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to trace history, so I'm still open to anybody. Someone must have a picture of it somewhere.
Well, we're on our viewers on Outlaw Wheels UK.
Exactly.
Someone might. You never know.
Exactly.
Do you do all the work yourself?
I did all the work myself. I'm a joiner by trade, so made all the wood and everything and repaired all the bottoms. It was basically there, down, gone. So lots of work.
Yeah. Have you always been into cars?
Yeah,
from a young age?
Oh, since I was 18.
Because as we do interviews, we find that they were young, people were young and started, and even in an old age, or they had a family, had no money, and then when they've got a little bit of money, then they built a car.
You just repaired cars because you couldn't afford new ones.
Yeah.
You know, it was just it's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, off-roading, once you're into it, you can't get out.
Nice, but you've done a lovely job. It's a lovely car. And thanks for speaking to us. We really appreciate that. Thanks ever so much. Outlaw Wheels with these lovely ladies.
Good morning, my name is Zoe Pauline. I come to events to do vintage hair and makeup. And we're doing children's face painting today, so we're just getting ready for the day. Yep. Let's start together.
Have you always been into this when you was young, or?
Yeah, always. I've got a classic car, a 1968 Morris Minor pickup from Malta, and I've got a custom car Betty. She's a 1956 Prevent with a 2-litre suspension.
Who taught you to do all this? Like, did you learn yourself, or?
I've been a hairdresser now for 30 years, and I decided to make my entire salon into a vintage salon. So I take the cars to work, I go out and do events, tie that in with the music as well. I play in a band called the Rocky Tones, double bass, and burlesque performance. So
Right, you do everything then?
just a bit of everything, but it's all connected and it all fits in with the theme.
Is it just you run your business, or is it just you? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Do you have to go on courses? Up your grades of makeup, or is it just stay there? Or is it all different? Is it, you know?
No, and you pick it up from other professionals as well when you're working alongside people at different events.
Yeah. But what about this lovely lady? What is your name?
Pauline.
Pauline. What do you do, Pauline?
I'm on the NSRA committee. I'm the secretary.
Right. And you said something earlier about drag racing?
Yeah, I do the pairing lanes at Melbourne Raceway as well.
Melbourne Raceway. Right.
Yeah, it used to be York Raceway.
Used to be York Raceway.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
It's going quite well. It's good fun. Get to meet lots of crazy people, including me.
You sound like you enjoyed yourself.
I
anyway.
do. I absolutely love it up there. Got a brilliant friendly atmosphere and stuff. It's like Shakespeare County Raceway used to be. So it's like a big family. We have a great laugh and do silly antics and drag racing.
That's brilliant. Thank you for you two ladies' time. We're going to take a picture of your sign, and then the people on Outlaw Wheels know what you do. Okay. Outlaw Wheels, and we're here with this. What's your name?
Ian Webb.
Ian Webb. What do you do, Ian? You've got all these lovely cars.
Well, I trade as vintage hot rod supplies, and we bring in mostly Model A Fords and a couple of 32 Fords, but this is what we predominantly sell. And we bring them in and we sell them as is, so somebody can then go and hot with them.
So then they've got, like, they can muck about and do their own thing, tinker in the winter,
Do their own
their
thing.
little hobby.
Exactly that. And obviously we try to get nice, solid steel things. I mean, this
Yeah,
one,
solid,
this
isn't
is 95 years old. It's a 1928 Model A Roadster, you know, and you're not going to get a better start to a project. You know, it's complete.
It
It's
looks
that.
really solid, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. And on what we do as Vintage Outlaw Supplies, we register every car and get a
Right.
V5. So we'll get an age-related plate on every car that we sell, and that's one of the things I think a lot of people use with.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this?
I've been into the hot rod scene since I was 17, so I'm 57. But actually selling as Vintage Hot Rod Supplies, I registered the business 15 years ago, did a few cars, but the last 3 years I've really been doing, we do a container every 8 weeks. So we bring in 3 or 4 cars every 8 weeks from the States.
Is it cars you find, or could you find cars for people?
We find cars for people, or if you find a car, you can get hold of me and I can ship it. If it's in California, you can go in one of my containers, or you can buy a car, or I'll find you a car. So
Yeah, it sounds really good. And obviously you tell them where to go, or the store inside of it, you've got people who can do it for them, or...
we can help with parts. We actually do. I've got good metal fabrication people. We've got electricians, so we can do quite a lot of
Oh, it
things.
sounds really
Yeah.
cool, doesn't it? Looks really, really good, yeah.
Good little
Oh, yeah,
business.
even that Camino, that looks really solid.
We don't sell late model cars, but this was offered to me, and I kind of, everyone's got a soft spot for El Caminos.
Yeah.
And this is a one-owner car, 4-speed manual, which is pretty rare. And I thought, yeah, I've got to take a chance on this and bring it
Yeah.
over. And, you know, and I love it. I also supply all the 16-inch wire wheels, the things that people like on hot rods. So we keep things that people want to get.
Okay, thanks a lot. We can take a few pictures.
Nice to
Lovely
meet you.
meet you.
All right, have a great day. Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
All the best.
Outlaw Wheels, Supernats, and we're with...
Andrew Cook, Cookie Tiki mugs.
And he's got some lovely stuff he's made. How did you get into this?
Basically, I've always been into custom culture. I have a 50 Chevy back home. I've been a car body man all my life. Well, probably 25 years ago. Arthritis kicked in, had to give it up. Didn't know what to do with myself. Went back to college. I've always been arty, you know. I've always been there type of thing.
You love arts,
I
yeah.
love art, love making, whatever. But and I got into ceramics, and then from there, the whole I was trying to mate it with a custom culture type, you know, artwork and stuff, and I started making the helmets and things, and then I got into the mugs, the tiki mugs, and to tell you the truth, from there it's actually taken off. It's doing really good at the moment.
It looks really lovely and stuff, doesn't it? It's way out there and all, isn't it?
Yeah. They're all
It's brilliant.
handmade. Yeah.
It's absolutely lovely. And you've got all different types of stuff.
I've all different. I do a lot of monster mugs and sort of tiki mug type thing. I do the rat Vyncke. That's actually an old. That's a mould of my 50 Chevy carburetor, Rochester.
Wow.
We made them in the mugs. It's about just trying to keep it, you know.
Yeah. So how long
fresh.
does it take to do, say, a normal mug?
Well, what I do first of all, I make a mould off that, or a sculpture off that first of all, and a polymer clay, and then I take a plastic cast, and then you can take a mould, but you can only make, unless you have like 10 moulds, I only ever use one mould. I'm low production, I'm not a high production guy, and then basically I make one a day, so you're talking at least about a day and a half's work on that, and honestly, it's crazy.
It's a lot of money, it's a lovely bit of art, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, it's I'm not in it for the money, I'm in it for the lifestyle.
You love the lifestyle, you love what you're
lifestyle.
doing.
Yep, I get enough to pay the bills, and
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good online at the minute. The Americans love it.
Yeah, they would, yeah, they would do. And there's not a lot of this here, is there? I haven't seen a lot of
No,
this, so
there's
maybe
not.
you're one in,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
how many doing
There's
this?
there's not a lot of handmade
Yeah.
sort of ceramic. You would call this studio art. There would
Yeah.
there's a couple of more sort of commercial people that
Yeah.
would be making them and selling them, but I do very limited numbers. They're all numbered, they're all signed, whatever, that type of thing.
So ceramic is painting, then put in the oven, is it? I'm
Yep.
not keen on it. I don't
No,
understand
basically,
it. I'm
just
not-
like a mug. Just you make it and then you fire it once, then you do it with the underglaze, the glazes, then you high fire it. So they're all usable. You know, they're all
Really lovely.
yeah, they're all usable.
Okay, we're going to take a few shots. Thanks for your time.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that.
Thank
Really
you.
lovely.
Great.
Thank you.
Barry Tickle. Funny name, nice to be remembered, it's easy to be forgotten.
And you've got this lovely car that's got a lot of history, I believe.
It is, probably a lot of hot rodders know Nick Butler, who built quite a few T-Buckets and other cars in the 70s. And this was his first car he built when he was a teenager, struggling for money, put it together. He said he'd rather buy something for the car than buy a pint of milk. So it shows how dedicated he was.
And he was obviously a skilled craftsman by the looking of it.
He worked for British Aerospace at Dunsfield. He was a stress engineer on the Harrier jump jet, amongst other things.
Wow.
That's in his later career. So yeah, he's still active. He's building a car at the moment for himself. The first one he's built for himself, apart from this one.
And what engine is that?
That's an Ultimobile,
Oldsmobile.
Rocket 88.
Rocket 88.
Now that's going back. That's a 1959 design, I think, and it was the first of the American muscle car engines.
Right.
I'm not sure what it went in, but obviously the Ultimobile amongst others.
And you use this a lot?
Yeah.
You drive it everywhere?
No, we come today, we'll do the cruise. We did trailer it up, but we come from South London, so it's a bit of a drag.
Yeah.
No protection if it's raining.
Yeah. And it looks like it drives up.
Yeah.
It looks all really,
Yeah.
the engineering of it
Yeah.
looks tremendous.
Yeah, it's well sorted. It's a simple car. You can get to everything. You know, some of the cars. So I've got a Model T with a big engine in, Vitamin T, which I bought recently, and I've been working on that. Compared with this, it's
Yeah.
hell. You're laying underneath, so you can't get to anything.
Yeah, but you're still having a go, ain't you?
Oh, definitely.
And have you always done hot rods when you was a kid?
No,
Grew up doing
no.
them?
I bought my first hot rod when I was 72.
72,
of
your
age.
first upwards. Oh, that's brilliant.
And I'm now
Absolutely.
80.
Oh,
I fell in that. I saw this in a showroom in Surrey, and I fell in love with the engineering.
yeah, it's
I
lovely.
didn't know what a tea bucket was. I'd never been involved in hot rodding, but I just loved the engineering, and I thought I must have that. And then I found Nick Butler. He lives in Dorking.
He's
which is
famous,
only
yeah, I know he's a
only
famous
an
builder.
hour away from, no, half an hour away from us. So every time I got a problem, Nick, how do you do this? How do
Yeah.
you do this?
Wow. So you've got a real bit of history, really.
Yeah,
Driving.
it is a bit of history.
Yeah.
I think Nick won a lot of
Trophies
shows
with it.
and
Yeah, I
trophies
believe he did.
with this.
And the colour's lovely as well. It suits it, doesn't it? Lovely
Yeah.
green.
And then he built Nickelodeon,
Nickelodeon.
then Andromeda. No, then Revenge.
Revenge, yeah, I know
I'm not
Revenge.
sure whether Revenge came before Andromeda.
No, I'm not too sure.
And then Vitamin T. So I've now got, and I just love the cars. I've got Nickelodeon, I've got Andromeda, and I've got Vitamin T.
Wow.
All
You're a
built,
lucky man,
all
ain't
built by Nick Butler in the
That's
70s.
really brilliant.
So yeah, I'm very lucky.
Okay, thanks for your time. I really
Okay,
appreciate
that's
that.
all right.
Lovely to
No
meet
problem.
you. And it's brilliant. Thanks
Okay.
ever so much. And we're here with Jamie. And it's lovely. Is it 100E?
Yeah.
100E drag car. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it was built for my daughter, really, and well, my daughter's raced it a few times and that. She passed away. So it's got a big block 4-bit turbocharged, street legal and all that stuff.
Wow, I noticed the turbo's about this big. What sort of brake horsepower is that?
We don't know yet, but it's off a train.
It's off a train, the turbo. Wow.
It's 545 cubic inch fuel injection and stuff. So it should do about 1,500 horse one day, hopefully.
1,500 horse. And no one drives it now then?
Yeah, well, we've only got sample pods from here tomorrow and see how it goes, because we only run it normally aspirated first. And we built it originally in lockdown for the turbo, but just to make sure it runs straight, we just run it with a carburetor on. But my son, he's supposed to be racing it tomorrow.
So you all having it as a family thing?
Yeah.
Isn't that brilliant? Are you all together, eh? Isn't that terrific?
Yeah.
It's really good. You always been into cars?
Yeah, I love cars.
Since you was
Ford and stuff.
into Fords and all like different like, yeah?
Not LS, isn't it?
Yeah. Can hear all the laughing, that's all his family and friends are here. What a brilliant thing to have. So from a young age you was into cars. What made you get into an 100E? Was it you just bought the 100E? And...
No, my daughter wanted it. Well, she'd on the ice pop thing, she'd like the thing that says the coolest pop in the universe.
Oh, that's lovely, the coolest pop
in the universe.
In the universe. That's brilliant,
and,
isn't it?
So we got that pop and the sit up in big pop, but she picked that one, and then so that's what she wanted to do. And it's like say with myself an ice pop, Mr. Freeze ice pops.
Yeah, and that was a dream, was it really?
Yeah.
What a terrific thing.
Yeah.
So you're testing it tomorrow and see what it does?
Yeah. We've run best it's run with the turbo level 1.
Right.
That's low compression thing, so it should be.
Brilliant.
Hopefully we'll run an 8 one day.
Okay, we're going to get up and take a few pictures. Really, thanks for your time. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate that.
Have a nice day.
And we're here with
Tim DeVos.
Tim Ross, and this is your business?
Yes, Tim and Tim.
Tim Man Tim. What do you actually do, Tim?
I fabricate sheet metal panels, wings, anything on your car that is just unobtainable.
Right, how long have you been doing that?
Unofficially, since I was 16, I'm now 64, as a business for the last 10 years.
Right, and you enjoy doing things with your hand, obviously.
Yeah,
skills.
I was in the building trade up to that point, and I was a master joiner, so hand tools.
Yeah, they say about metal's hard to create because it's the movement and the heat and everything.
Yeah, once you understand how it moves, and this is why I try to teach, I come here to the NSRA stand and I teach people what's happening so they can have a go themselves and make, maybe simple repair panels or underbody panels and that kind of thing.
Right.
But once you know what it's going to do, you're in a little bit better place.
Yeah. And are you into a drag team?
Yes, yeah. I'm co-partner with my brother Simon DeVos, who runs Voss Power, and we run the 57 Chevy Gasser Frankenstein.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. I think I see it at Drag Stallion, did I?
It was, yes.
Yeah, it was at Drag Stallion.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that was running some good times.
Yeah, she's down to 10.6 now. 10.6 with the new engine in. She's got a stroked 460 big block. She's 5 cubic inch now.
Right. So you do all the metal work for that? If there's any metal work?
Yeah, any welding, aluminium, anything like that. I do all of it, yeah, for it.
So you're 24/7 with metal and cars, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Making doors, doing anything.
This is my
So
life.
anyone rings you up, you can give them advice what to do, what not to do, come to you.
Yeah, and this is why I'm here today. Any of the members, for nothing, I'll sort any of the problems out and tell them how to get over it.
Okay, that's brilliant.
So it's not a failure.
Okay. All right, thanks for your time. That's
No problem
really
at all.
good.
No
We'll make sure we
problem.
take a picture of your sign, your phone number. Anyone wants to get in contact with you, get in contact. Outlaw Wheels, we're here with Looney, I believe, yeah. And by the looks of it, you're an artist. I've got that right, I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been an artist?
since I was born, I think.
Since you were born, yeah?
So 58 years now.
58 years,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah. Still going strong, I hope so.
Yeah. And have you always done that at school? You was good at it, or?
I did artwork at school, and then you know I got into cars and the custom scene and the custom culture, and then it went on from there. I started doing airbrush, and then I had my first encounter with pinstriping a few years back, I think 15, 20 years ago, with Simon Watts, who was always on the grounds here.
Yeah.
And he gave me my first brush, and it started from there. And in the beginning, I hated pinstriping. Didn't like it because I wasn't good at it, you know.
Yeah.
But if you practice, you get better and
get better and better.
And that's
Well, I've looked around your site, your tent, and that, and some of your stuff's brilliant. And obviously, it's a big scene in Belgium, I believe. I've been to the V8 brothers, I believe, out there.
Yeah, it's a
big scene.
It's a bigger scene in Belgium, France, and Holland, Germany, like that. Because it's lowbrow art, you know. It's connected with the custom culture art.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and in Belgium, you can find a lot of religious statues and stuff like that. And there was somebody in Holland who made monsters from cloths. You know, the wooden shoes.
Oh, the clogs, they made monsters.
The clogs, yeah,
wow.
yeah. And it just got me from there, and then I started doing the bowling pins, and that's how it.
Yeah, and you've got all sorts of sculpture, which we're going to film for our viewers so they can see it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I try to reuse everything I find. I can see something that's lying around in the garage or something.
Yeah.
You know, and I just change it around, paint some eyes on it, make a monster, or put a script on it, or something funny. So
you're making life a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Because I've just gone around that tent and my eyes are open. Then that's really good.
Yeah.
All the little characters, animals, paintings.
Yeah.
It's way out there, isn't it?
It keeps my heart going, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's what keeps me awake, because I've got a day job.
Yeah.
And you know, I have to create something every day.
Yeah.
If I don't create something, you know, there's not a day.
You don't feel right, do you?
No.
Yeah. Your where do you think your mind comes from? Just so you've always been like that. So your mindset's sort of out there, well out there.
My little son, he's autistic, and my older son is autistic, and they say it's in the genes. So I think I'm a bit autistic too, you know.
And we all.
Yeah, I think that's the next step on the
evolution that we're all really.
Yeah, well, so that maybe I always say, if you got in my mind, you'd go crazy, because you know, I'm always thinking about what can I do next, how can I do this better, how can I create something that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about imitating somebody else, but it's sometimes imitating, but making it your own without going, you know, directly what the person in front of you has done. You know, so some ideas I get from tattooing, and other ideas I get just from watching other people make stuff, like the clocks. And it just goes on from there. But never a day goes by that I'm not thinking. I've got a little book, always writing in the booklet, always making stuff up and just writing it down, because I forget otherwise.
Yeah, don't we all now? We're getting a little bit older. Do you always come to the Supernats in England, from Belgium,
I've been coming for more than 30 years.
30 years been coming,
yeah. The first time was incredible. I've never seen that many hot rods and custom cars on one place. And for me, it's just, without the Supernationals, there's not a year going by.
So you always come. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Lovely to have you as well. What a lovely thing. You know.
It would be wonderful if everybody buys a piece of land, and then we put it all together. We'll make a country that everybody has to drive custom cars and
hot rods and motorbikes and that's it.
And sod all the electric.
That's right. Sod the electric cars. Yeah. Be your own self, innit?
Yeah.
You're human beings. We don't want to be trapped in a cave. We want to be ourselves.
We want to be ourselves. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Okay, that's brilliant. Thanks ever so much. Cheers.
Lowbrows, the Nats, 2023. And I met these two gentlemen as I've been walking around with these two lovely cars. We'll start with you. What is your name? Kevin. What one is yours?
This is mine.
And what is this? A Pontiac?
It's a Pontiac Streamliner, 1946.
What, did you import it or have you built it?
Yeah, I found it on Facebook Marketplace and imported it.
Right, and it's lovely, isn't it? Have you done a lot of work to it?
Fair bit, yeah. Paint was atrocious when we got it. It was resprayed about 25 years ago and not a very good job, so I flat polished the whole thing. But the rest of the car's completely original.
Right.
So, but it's been, we had to rewire it because the wiring had shot to pieces.
And you get the bits all right, yeah?
Yeah, not too bad because it's GM, so most pieces are interchangeable. So.
Yeah. But do you use it a lot?
Fair bit. It's only really been on the road for about the last 8 months. I've only had it a year, so. But yeah, I use it as much as I can. So, but it's one of a couple of cars that I've got, so it has to share.
And you both stick together. So we're going to go to.
Yeah, well, Mike, you know,
and this is the other gentleman. What's your name? Mike. And this is your
Chrysler Royal.
Chrysler Royal. And how long have you had this, Mike?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years till today. Because
2
I
years
saw it here.
Right, so you bought it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. And how long have you been into hot rodding, American cars, lifestyle?
Quite a while. I had bought my first hot rod 2016, and then it sort of evolved to this. So yeah.
Oh, right. And what engine's in this?
That's the flathead.
Flathead
6.
Yeah. I've got the Soto there, and that's got the same. It must be the same engine, Chrysler engine, flathead.
I imagine,
yeah, same engine. And you use this a lot? Now you bought it?
Yeah.
Drive it everywhere?
Yeah, a lot. That's why I don't keep it too pretty.
No, because you want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
If they're too pretty, not everyone don't use it, but some people don't. Just put them in the garage.
Yeah.
And I think
kids get in it, everything. So yeah.
If you've got it, use it, innit?
Yeah.
Drive it.
Oh yeah.
That's brilliant.
Hard to drive. But
yeah, well, the brakes are not, for standard and stuff. Not up, as a modern car would be. What was I going to say? Do you both hang around together all the time,
Yeah.
or do you both go to all the shows together? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's my go-to mechanic. There's the barn of dreams. As soon as there's an issue, he goes to the barn.
So he waits for your call and tries not to answer it.
Mike's job is going and getting the fish and chips while I'm getting the ends dirty.
Yeah.
Well, they're both lovely cars.
Thank you very
it's
much.
Brilliant that you're both together and you cruise together. That's really good. That's really
they're a good-looking pair.
Yeah. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate
Thank you very much.
it, gentlemen.
No
Lovely. Thank you.
It's only rock and roll.